Our to-go boxes, they're not good. They're f***ing amazing. How did we get started here at Albemarle Paper? Well, late 2008, my cousin John and I started this paper company, and we got all sorts of different products.
Hey, Nick, come on, man. Let's get to work.
You got cleaning products, too? You got a party this weekend? We got your back. Anything you need here at APS. Plates, napkins, silverware, table covers. We got everything covered, right, boys? What other items do we carry? Paper towels? I got it. Toilet paper? I got it. Gloves? We got you. Pizza boxes? You're probably wondering, where are we? Where's Albemarle Paper? Don't you worry about that. We got you. I'll bring the product to your front door. See you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good. Obviously, it's a disappointing result, but you know, to score in front of these fans is it's my first time, so I mean, it was amazing. It felt exhilarating, and I can't thank them enough for their support.
Do you think a loss like this messes with a team mentality?
No, I don't think so. We have a strong mentality in the team. If anything, you know, it'll bring us together more, and we'll come back stronger from it.
You got 4 games on the road in a row now. What was the message to prepare for that?
That's it. I mean, we treat every game one at a time, and it's just another game for us. It doesn't really matter if it's home or away. It's soccer. It's 90 minutes, and we got to go out and do our jobs and then bring back points.
Did Coach Lattanzio have any words to motivate you on after this game specifically?
Yeah, he said, you know, soccer can be cruel like this sometimes, but you know, in the end, we need to come back stronger from this, and it'll make us a better team.
Did you get a Sir Mincy's chain?
Nah, but I'm sure there's some laying around.
Cool beans.
So you've been on the wrong end of a few unfortunate things. What's your how do you go move past that now with the election?
You know, yeah, we've seen the results. We just gotta, you know, move on and focus on Wednesday, come back Monday recovered and fresh, and have the right positivity and right energy to go on Monday and train hard. And on Tuesday we train again, and then Wednesday we go at it again.
Would you say that that's just like part of the game and it doesn't really affect you mentally?
Yeah, that's football. That's football for you. And you know, things happen, and now we're gonna go back, come in, like I said, come in Monday, review, improve all the things that we need to improve, collective and as an individual, and move on again on Wednesday.
So Charlie's going to have a pretty difficult stretch of games now. Are you guys doing any sort of special preparation for that, or treating that like a regular game?
Yeah, you know, like you said, we've got a hefty games coming up away as well. So you know, we got to get our bodies right. That's why we go to our medical staff, we get a massage, and we get all things that we need to get worked on, and get ready again. Now we can have the right energy on Monday, get set again, and we go at it again.
And I mean, maybe your thoughts on you guys are coming off of multiple wins, then you lose tonight. How do you bounce back?
We need to focus on the next game, and we have to do our best to prepare for this game, and we need to build momentum again. We had 3 wins in the league straight, so we know our team, we know what we can achieve in this league, so we keep going and we'll see.
For you personally, you've been involved with Crown Legacy and now you're back into the first team. How good does it feel for you to come in and the last 2 games you've played pretty well?
Yeah, I was playing second team in Crown Legacy. I was needed some games, so it was good time for me there. I was building my form, if it's correct. Yeah, and then I jumped into the squad, first team. I think I did well, so I'm happy, and I'm keep going, I'm keep working hard.
Anyone else?
Jan, you had a really good performance tonight. A lot of clears. You were playing the ball really well. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, we are working on that on the training. So we are ready on long ball, on some heading or something. So.
And anything else you can say about now that you're back in the first team, playing with this lineup, playing with this defensive group?
I think I took my chance really well, so I'm happy. That's what I'm saying before. Keep working hard, and hopefully I will have some good material.
And finally, what did you think of the penalty call in the 93rd minute?
To be honest, I didn't see yet. I will see, and for me it was 50-50. He was jumping before. Maybe was contact with Nate or no, I don't know. I don't want to say now because I didn't see it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Nick.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Jan about that. Towards the end of the second half, you had a chance to get a goal and get a shot. What were you thinking when the ball was kind of opening up there towards that end?
To be honest, I don't remember that situation.
Not necessarily at the very end, but like in the second half, you had an opportunity to get a shot on goal and kind of hit it. And
the guy was behind me and took the ball?
Yes.
Yeah.
That way.
I didn't hear nothing from my teammates, so I was waiting for the ball and he took the ball out. So.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think the match was going to a natural conclusion of a draw. And then I can't hide that I feel really frustrated and angry because to lose this game, I don't think we deserve to lose this game. If there is one game that we don't deserve to lose, is this one, especially the way the boys played the second half against a team that is quite solid in a good moment. And that created us some problems in the first half. I mean, not so many chances, but in trying to penetrate us with long balls. And at times to play good combination between the lines to the quality of the players that they have. But I think the second half, we didn't, apart from some corners that they had, I didn't feel that they had any specific threat. I thought that we were more in control. And to lose it like that is really, it makes me, as I told you, frustrated and angry because it's a really tough loss. It's a really tough loss, and but now we know football is like that. We cannot feel sorry for ourselves, or we have to get it out of the system as quick as possible. We have important games coming on, and the biggest mistake we could do is to carry the frustration from in the next week. The next week we have tonight and tomorrow to get it out of the system, and then from Monday we have to start stronger than we have been today, because this game, if anything, shows us that we must find another level, and then after that another level, and then after that another level. So we have to regroup. I was proud of how the boys played the second half, and given the circumstances, and I thought that somehow we could have got another situation to score a goal. We also had one after the penalty, and okay, it's a bad loss, and we need to move on.
You subbed off Capetti in the 60th minute.
Yeah.
I think it was like the first time you subbed him off. What were you seeing to generate that sub?
I thought he felt something on his hamstring. He felt tightness. He played every game, and then he felt something, so I didn't want to run the risk of making it worse. And then I thought that at that point, we needed fresh legs on the side. I thought Brandon again came on well, and but he's a young player, so we need to give him time to adjust. I thought he played well. And now, because he scored 2 goals, there would be expectations, but I thought he came on in the game with a lot of good energy, with a lot of endeavor, and he did some good things. He played against Lovitz, which one of the best fullback in the league, with a lot of experience. He drew a foul when we got this opportunity to have a free kick outside of the box. So, yeah, I didn't have any problem in giving him another half hour.
You lined up with 3 center backs. Was that to kind of account for Hani Mukhtar and just kind of the danger that they present on countering that way?
Yeah, I wanted to. I knew that they would have been really dangerous in transitions. It's a team that lives, like we saw in for the goal, the last one. And I thought that we minimized that. At least in the second half, they didn't have many, despite having players that can really execute that part of the game really well, with McCarthy, with the midfielder that. With Godoy that came on, with Mukhtar, you know, they have Bambury, they have many players that can be really dangerous this moment, and I thought that the boys did unbelievably well to deny that. And that's why to be done last minute when I could see that they were making a substitution just to waste another 30 seconds just to go to the finishing line with a point. That's what, for me, it's tough to take, because, you know, they got something that they didn't expect themselves.
Coach, the team did play very well. I mean, you were outshooting them. Even when they had greater possession, you were still leading in shots and shots on goal and stuff. So there's a lot to be taken from this match. Can this frustration be channeled, you know, in a positive way? You know,
must be. No, must be. Because, as I said, the biggest mistake would be to go frustrated and angry, to carry with us still the game tonight. We have tonight and tomorrow to get it out of the system, because on Monday we have to find a way. First of all, I think that when we look back at the game, we will see good things. It's just that we wanted to keep the run, at least in positive result, and not to lose. Okay, it wasn't to be, and we need to process it as soon as possible, because, as you said, I thought in the second half we were the better team. And to lose it like that is really hard to take, but that also shows that we must improve, and they are a team that already went through some difficult moments in their own history. Losing a penalties against Philadelphia, I went to see them in a season that they did really well, and they lost the penalties against Philadelphia. So as a group, they went through situations that we haven't. And so I don't think in life there are shortcuts. You have to live difficult moments in order for them, you know, to be able to be even more focused on the next games.
And slightly different, you mentioned Lovitz. He played his college ball at Elon here in North Carolina. Dax McCarty played at UNC. You know, Brandt played at Charlotte. Panico, their second keeper, also played at Charlotte. There's a lot of talent from this area that are now represented at the top level by a professional team. Could you just comment on what you're seeing, you know, through the homegrowns and the academy and talent in, you know, in North Carolina, this area?
I think that Carolina, North Carolina, or the Carolinas, they've got a passion for football. I could see from day one when I arrived here, because I thought that to create such an atmosphere with the new club is something unbelievable. So there must be history of you cannot make that up. You can create a new club, but if you don't have tradition and history of the sport in the state or in the states of the Carolinas, I think. So I assume that. Then after, I don't know all the players that come from Carolina, but for example, I know that there is Busio, that plays in Italy and was at Kansas. So I know that there are plus the players that you mentioned and more. So I think that there is a bright future for Charlotte FC in particular, and now we hope having a club here that we can get all the best talents for us rather than to send it somewhere else.
So
but
this is fertile ground.
I think so. It seems to me. It seems so, and I think we are creating also an infrastructure, a scouting network that can maximize on that.
So, Coach, earlier this week, Jalen Lindsey told us that he felt the team had really started clicking, and that echoes what a lot of other players have told us.
Yeah.
For me, I was watching the team tonight in about the 54th minute when we had a really good play. There was just really good ball movement. It didn't result in a shot, but it was indicative of the qualities that I think you've been looking for. Can you speak to, you know, highlights from tonight? Obviously, it's a disappointing loss, but you know, what shown through to you in players' performances?
Right. So, Sam, this is an open question that I'm glad you made, because it gave me the opportunity to say that first and foremost, result and the performances give me another opportunity to say that. When I say that there are expectations, I think, you know, if we look at the result, we are going to be all disappointed, all you know, sad, and we must feel that because we want to try to win every game. But at the same time, when the team plays with against a strong team in MLS, we play with this character, with this organization, with this desire to do well. I think he has to be complimented. And so I understand that the supporters, they want to win every game, so do we. But we must also understand that performance is equally important, not just the result. And again, the big mistake we can make is that we focus on the result and we forget the performance that has many positive aspects. First half, I thought we could have played more with the ball. And in the second half, we tried to do that more, and it showed that we had more control, what we can do against even a team that is living on transitions. Because when you play with the ball a lot, and then, you know, as soon as you make a mistake and they can go with that ability that they have in transition, you must be brave. And I think the boys were brave, not only to take the ball when Nashville, you know, told us, you know, have the ball, we said yes, we take it. And then also we have to be able to close the transition. From that point of view, I'm quite pleased. Because if we were open, the result could have been a lot worse for us.
And then secondly, tonight it seemed like Melanda was playing the attacking fullback role that you've employed in the past couple of successful matches. I think he's been a center back in every other appearance for the club. What made you move him to fullback?
Because I think he has got the characteristics to do that. And then when we stay, especially because of the transition, we wanted to play with three staying to control, and I thought that to have another defender in the back line would have helped us a lot in transitions, and I thought from that point of view we were not disappointed. And also I think that Adil, when he comes forward, he's calm and he can find a pass. And then I knew that sometimes they try this diagonal to go to Lovitz in the air, and Adil obviously is very good. And so, yeah, that was my thinking, and I thought that he did well. He did well the role. And then after he played so many games, and I thought that because we were more on top of them, that it was the time for him to come out, not to risk that he got an injury.
All right, last two, Nick, and then Logan.
Coach,
Nick.
what adjustments did you make at halftime to make the team feel like you were playing more of the style you wanted to in the second half?
Yeah, what we wanted to do in the second half is to stop them from playing freely from the back. So we gave a couple of indications to how the press to do it differently with the wingers, to close certain line of passes, and then Carroll to stay more on McCarthy, because he was roaming free in the first half and he took good position, so we wanted to squeeze the play so that we could press on the ball back. Then after, obviously when you play this way, the only way that they can find is they didn't trust to play through the line that much, because we were compact. They tried to play long, and then. But I thought also on the long ball the boys responded well, and I think also Brandon, when he came on, he did this role quite successfully. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the break for the second goal, which I think could have really changed the game.
What did you say to the boys after the match in your team meeting?
I say that I am proud of the way they play the game. They played a good game. They played the game with tactically competently. They fought in each ball, and but if there is one lesson we have to take is that we think that we came together strong as a group, which we have, but we need to find another level to come stronger and to be even more decisive on each ball, because we want to fight against teams that they've been through this process before, and so we must accelerate that. And the biggest mistake that we can make, as I told you, I told the boys as well, is to carry frustration or negativity in the next week. Next week has to be clean sheet, we have to move on, and if we have any anger or any frustration, we must channel it, like we said with Steve, into positive energy. So this is our aim.
Last one, Logan.
Follow up on Adilson. You said that you brought him out after him having a tough job today, just for a little bit of concern that you didn't want to risk injury.
Yeah.
Has the medical team or Adilson come to you and said, hey, this is starting to feel yellow line, maybe not red line, but is there any minor concerns you guys are monitoring?
No, but I saw him getting, I know Adilson has a habit of showing that he's about to die, but then like a phoenix, he comes back from the ashes, right? So there are players like that. I had this before in other teams, so I never know when is a good time. But so sometimes I have to take the decision myself because I thought that he was starting to look tired to me, and I thought that we had good control in the game. Also, Jay came on quite well. He was quite positive. He came with a good energy into the team. And then, but then in the end, obviously, I need to look at everything, and ultimately I have to take the responsibility. I take the responsibility for should I have done something else? Should I have make a different substitution? Maybe, but everything is wise after the event. So I thought that I didn't really feel in danger, but instead we conceded that moment, and here we are commenting defeat. But okay, let's move on. And I think the team is in a good moment still. They are down, they are angry, they are frustrated, but this is physiological. It's normal. We have to feel like